entire tree limb is rubbed by a monster bow. There is a monster in here.
It was magic. It was absolute magic.
Scorpion Optics presents How to Hunt with Ryan Kohler. Brought to you by Scorpion Outdoors. Habit Outdoors by Mako Inc. And these fine sponsors.
Good morning, good morning! September has arrived and elk season is starting. I'm just meeting up with Ryan and we're heading up to elk camp. Last year was a pretty crazy year. If you watched the episode, we managed to put a nice elk down on the ground.
We killed a big bull elk.
You killed me.
We got pretty lucky with the shot.
Soon I'll be meeting up with Ryan and we'll be in elk camp and relaxing and calling bull elk and all that good stuff. So, but anyways, you are watching How to Hunt with Ryan Kohler.
Okay, 2023. Corey and I are in elk camp. We're all set up. We just parked this baby. We've got everything set up, all the food and everything we need for the next 10 days. Let's go kill some elk. Okay, we've got a cool spot here in the bush where we can kind of shoot. The first thing we're doing is checking the wind. Perfect. Our wind's perfect. So we'll do a little setup here, and I think because it's midday, I think we're gonna sit here and call for a bit. Just slowly call for a bit. And see if we can get an elk just to come and check us out. What do you say, Corey? First bugle's always the most exciting. Corey and I are just enjoying the nice walk, the beautiful forest here today, and I get a big kick out of these trees. You've probably seen them before, but they're a yew, I call them a yew tree. It's a poplar that grew like up and then out like this. Isn't that wacky? You gotta really pay attention. Rewind that bugle and listen to it. There's like a lip balm in it. There's a chuckle in it. There's all kinds of ups and downs, and he's breathing in and out. I don't know what he did there. What'd you do there?
I just swallowed my reed.
That was outstanding. Corey Cook calling. Here we go. You're watching How to Hunt, and we're hunting elk with Corey Cook. It's gonna be a great show. Stick around. So Corey and I are just chilling in the bush right now. Corey's gonna give me like a lesson. So you put this up in the top and you get it seated up in the top of your The roof of your mouth.
Roof of your mouth. And once it's seated in there nice, find a spot so it's not moving around.
This one's different. It's got a bowl, so it sits in there like automatic.
You want to start your call off with this, just a pressure, blow, and slowly release pressure. And then implementing like a growling sound at the start. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Pressure off. And then if you want to get a little bit more aggressive and you got an elk that's calling, lots of times you want to throw a lip balm in there to show them that you're really interested.
Okay, how do you do a lip balm?
You got to use your lips. That's why they call it a lip balm.
Oh,
So like, almost like you're bubbling water.
anyway, there you go. Hopefully you learned something. Make sure you practice lots. Corey practices all the time before the season. He's sending me weird videos on WhatsApp of him in the garage by himself, hanging out, bugling like for hours. So to be really good at it, you've got to practice. It's probably better to practice before you get to elk camp. I'm going to have to call Corey in a bull, so I've practiced a bit at home, and I'm okay. I think I'm probably good enough to call in a bull. I called one in for him last year, but to be excellent like Corey is, it's going to take practice and time and probably more videos, but hopefully this one helped you out just a little bit. Anyways, we're going to go kill an elk now. We'll be back. It's a bull for sure. Yeah. Almost impossible to video elk in here, but I think Corey might have got a glimpse of that bull. Just a small spike. He says he saw two. I saw one small spike bull. But we are getting into it now. We're just walking quietly, and they're just there. Just got busted by two bulls, I think. And then a third bull came in. We could hear him bugling in here. There's a big, huge rub that he destroyed. An entire tree limb is rubbed by a monster bull. There is a monster in here. That's what we're looking for. Wow. I've never seen anything like this in my life. This is nuts. Huge bull. We were just on him. He was just coming, but then he just stopped and vanished. We just had a couple bugles, a herd bull and a satellite bull. Pretty exciting. 2 bulls so far, first day. Well, here we are in elk camp. We'll turn the lights on in a minute. It's a Christmas vibe. This is what I do in the evening. It's very simple. I've got chicken thighs covered in fat, salt and pepper, taught to me by Cedric and Gunther. We used to make chickens when we were kids, just on the side of a road or wherever. Shed hunting. So that's my favorite. It's getting cold out. It's gonna be a good morning tomorrow morning. The elk were already screaming today at 3:30. Can't imagine what they're gonna do in the morning. We're in a spot right now, we might even hear them tonight. Just gonna cook this chicken up. Let's do it. Coming into the Casa Elk. We've got a microwave, a little heater, TV if we have to play back shots, bed, couch, Corey's bed, kitchen. This is cribs, people. Got 2 e-bikes sitting right here, 2 quiet cats that we're gonna try out tomorrow. Just had a response. Now we have a bad wind, so instead of calling back, we're gonna get around him quietly and call him from a different angle. I've got Ryan set up to be he's coming.
I'm just backing down out of here. Ryan's up on that ridge. We got him bugling down pretty hard on the bottom. He's coming towards me. I'm just walking away from Ryan. Unfortunately, we're gonna try to sucker this big guy in. He's holding up. He's got cows. I'm moving away. We're not gonna get the video shot. Just call again.
He came into about, I'd say 50. He kind of came right across. Corey called him kind of across me. There's no shots, but it was a big bull. And then he got into our wind, and then he just kind of scampered off, and he's still just bugling away.
This is my bugle. It's no special bugle off the market. I just went to Walmart and paid $5. And it's basically a little plastic baseball bat. I cut the end off here, made a mouth, or opening, and then I cut the end off on the handle. That's it. Pretty simple, pretty cheap, and it actually won the Canadian Championship one year.
Corey just spotted a big shed. Check this out.
Holy moly. Good find. Now I can rake the trees.
I gotta go grab my gloves, see when you walk by, because I left them up there.
Your what?
My gloves. I left my gloves up there.
I realized I put my gator on the same leg.
You got 2 gators on one leg.
See, that's what happens when you get excited when somebody else is gonna call for you.
Only Corey could do that. 2 gators on one leg.
He's pissed off. It's cool, eh? This is cool.
You see that bull? Did you see that? Oh, that's cool. No chance. We had to try something. For me, the mornings are definitely the ticket. Like morning up until whatever, 4 or 5 o'clock even. He came very close. I couldn't see him. Oh, but I just wanted to get this way because the wind's going this way.
There must be a low spot right there.
I was fast and crazy and super, like, literally, like, we didn't go anywhere. We got to where we wanted to start and we went like 20 yards and bam, there's a bull. We haven't had any luck in the evening though. We haven't really had any bulls calling yet. Mind you, we've been doing other things like pulling cars out.
All-wheel drive, right? I think.
So we're not calling tonight because we have to get this car out. But you know what we can do right now? Let's go to Zach really quick. Let's see how Zach's doing. Zach's with some buddies in Grand Prairie, Alberta, and they're running around trying to kill elk too. So maybe he's having better luck.
Well, we're heading down to where we heard an elk bugle this morning. The elk, we think, are down in this spruce patch. So we're gonna walk down this quad trail, come up, drop back down to this old creek bed, and then walk up Let's go. The crazy thing about elk hunting is it happens so fast. And I'm starting to get hot. That's the downside of hunting mid-September. You're hot and you're cold, you're hot and you're cold. So I start unpacking and I'm taking off all my clothes and I hear a branch crack. And the first I thought it was a woodpecker, didn't think anything of it. And then I heard a second time and I was like, something's coming. So I grab my bow, get ready. It felt like 2 minutes, a minute, and then finally she turned around and walked away. I chirped at her. I assumed 25 to 30, put second, third pin on her, pulled through and whacked her, and we saw her fall over.
Same spot as last year.
Exact same spot as last year.
That's crazy.
Well, for me, I have 4 days to elk hunt and then I'm off to moose guide, so I can't get too picky. I need to see the first legal bull or the first cow, and that's the eggs of the shot. So I'm assuming the entrance is probably going to be a little further back, which is perfect. Freezer's going to be full. Super exciting.
So I'm ready to go now, and Corey's not. Watch how long this takes. This is gonna take like 30 minutes for him to get his boots on and put his bow in the truck. He'll do 15 little things that don't mean anything. The elk are still sleeping. That's probably true. Okay, you can close this up.
I can close it up. Yeah.
Okay. I gotta turn on the AC.
To find wreaths.
Corey loses everything every time we go hunting. We're on 35 minutes. He's still trying to find his reeds. I'm surprised he found his boots. He's closing it up. He must have found something. Closed it, locked it, unlocked it. Now he's going back in. Let's see what he's getting, just out of curiosity. What do you think he's getting? Nothing. He got nothing. He got nothing in his hands.
Oh boy. I shoot the Annihilator broadheads. They're awesome broadheads. They're super strong, sharp. They're reusable. They fly like darts. I prefer the 100 grain broadheads, to be honest. And for this trip, I've got weight at the front of my arrow. I cranked my bow up. It's a little harder to pull back, but it's September. I want more power and speed for these elk. Ryan's out in front of me. I don't know if he got a shot away or not.
I just kept sneaking up to him, and I cow called a little bit as I got closer and closer. He didn't run away until he really saw me. But I got within 40 yards about 4 times. There's just no shots, just nothing. You know, if you had a rifle, I would have shot him 15 times. Actually, just about every bull I would have already got. So it's good for rifle hunters, but wow, tough for bull hunters. Anyways, on to the next one. Corey's up now.
We'll see what happens. I'm gonna keep giving her hard here, and if it doesn't pan out, I'm gonna head back to the truck before I have to have a blood transfusion.
We went and sat down in a little pond, and we just sat there and rested, and we had some lunch. I grabbed the bugle, I picked it up a few times, started calling, and we were just kind of just hanging out. And it was Corey's turn, he was up. So I started calling, and then all of a sudden we got a response. And I just called 3 or 4 more calls, and then here comes this bull. And he starts walking through the forest. You could see trees hanging off his horns.
What a grind, man. Last 6 days, Ryan and I have been pushing this bush hard.
Woo-wee! That was so hard and so fun.
He gave a call, we had an answer, slapped our gear back on, and we had her back down this little line when we knew the spot. So that was very helpful, and this is from scouting in here. The biggest thing about this hunt is, you know, when you're down and out, you just got to put your head up and be positive, and the next day is a new day. We've had our ups and downs, and this is our ups, and we're going to enjoy every minute of it. It's going to fill the freezer for both of us, because we're going to split half of it.
In case we can't get back out here again, for my tag, this is the end of the show, so I hope you enjoyed it. There was a little magic in the air. See you next show.
Scorpion Optics presents How to Hunt with Ryan Kohler. Brought to you by Scorpion Outdoors. Habit Outdoors by Mako Inc. And these fine sponsors.
The funniest joke Corey played was when we were elk scouting and we were looking for rubs down some lease roads, and we drove into a well site, and there was like a cap off of the well, and it was spraying gas everywhere. And he goes, "Oh my gosh, H2S!" And I looked back at him, and he was doing this.
He was like sitting there, and he looked over at, oh!
My heart sank to my stomach, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm dead." Gotcha.